Hello friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening everyone. This is Lavanya. I live in Australia. With divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji, let us start our today's session. Today we have our senior pyramid master, Ratna Lingamaneni, with us from New Jersey. Ratna lives with her husband and one beautiful daughter in Edison, New Jersey. She works as a software engineer. She likes reading books, craft works, and she is curious and interested to explore the science behind Sanatana Dharma. Ratna's spiritual guru is her mother. She was introduced to this great spiritual practice of Anapanasati meditation in the year 2011. She then took part in the Inner Journey program organized by PMC USA, which opened her new doors. She works with New Jersey team initiated by Devi Chakka, mostly try to be the backup support for her. Now, she started to guide meditation in the unified course organized by New Jersey team. So friends, join me in welcoming our senior master Ratna. Ratna, over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you for the nice introduction of mine, and thank you for your warm welcome. And I thank PSSM Australia team for having me here today. Hello, everyone. First of all, my Atma Pranams to Brahmarshi Patriji, my parents, to all the divine gurus that who shaped me so far and taking care of me. And my special thanks to Devi Chakka from New Jersey and Padma Madam. And to you all, the love light souls of the divine wisdom. So, before going to today's topic, actually, I would like to give my experiences, my journey in brief a little bit so far. As Lavanya said, like, right now I am in New Jersey, but my journey back home started in Viyur, Andhra Pradesh. So from the childhood, the youngest age that I can remember of my age, like, is around 3 years. From that time, when I think of myself, even today, mostly 3 things that I can remember of myself, that for no reason, I don't know, from the time I born, I like God. And the one thing I remember always, that I had fears, lots of different fears that as a child, yeah, everybody might have, but I have specific fears, like, and also a very stringent, very severe migraine that I used to have. This used to be one of my part of life, like, every day during my childhood. I don't know still today, I don't know the reason, but I think from an year, I don't get that headache anymore. Because the reason why I'm saying this is, like, sometimes when you do meditation and all the stuff, like, the unexplained things like these, they get they find answers and they disappear. Most of the diseases and the problems, how they disappear. This is my experience. Like, we'll discuss about it more later. And my spiritual journey started with the very first question of life and death. Like, at the age of 7, I lost my grandfather. Then the loved one, the first death of my life, like, I have seen closely. So that raised me a question: what happens? Where do we go after the death? And what happens to this world without me? These kind of questions that used to scare me, and it's like a nightmare. I used to wake up to those questions in the middle of the night. In the same year, summer, somebody came to my house, and they are supposed to give a book to the neighbors, but the neighbors were not there, so they gave it to me to hand to neighbors. The book is Veer Brahmendra Swamiji with Charita. So at the young age, I was so curious about death and life, like, something made me read it. Then I realized what the book all talks about Kalajnanam is scared me to death. So from that day, all the curious questions um, led my journey all this way long. And most of my questions about the life and death got answered so far, and I'm still finding answers to many more questions through my practices and the meditation, but in different many ways. And all my spiritual gurus, starting from my mother, in the Shirdi Sai Baba, and Lord Hanuma used to be my most beloved God. And I used to go through lots of books, starting from such Shirdi Sai Baba, and lots of Avadhutas, whatnot. All the spiritual books really interest me. So in that way, I come across Satya Sai Baba, um, Mantralaya Raghavendra Swami, and lots of Dattavadhutas that they say, and Ramana Maharshi, um, and a lot of Avadhutas that they are in AP and Telangana, like Chevatamamma, Pichammatali, like these. Like, and I used to go to, at some point I used to go to a church and also the temples. Then all these things, all this quest of me made me to come conclusion that there is one superior you whatever superior power, whatever you name it as, maybe God, whatever you look at the form, but there is one thing. So this is how uh, all my spiritual journey started in 2011. I mean, from my childhood I used to do lots of meditations, different varieties, but I could never really get calmness in myself, like, until 2011, that I got introduced to Anapanasati. So once I got to got practicing Anapanasati, like, from the day one, from the first time that I started, I was feeling the calmness, quietness. Before that, whenever I practice in meditation, it's a nightmare for the rest of the family because they're not supposed to move, make noise, not to talk like this. If they do that, I used to get really angry at them. But this Anapanasati, the moment I started doing, I felt it's for me. This is what I was in search for so long. So, yeah, coming to today's point, today's topic, the importance of the spirituality in the and meditation in our lives. Why one should meditate? What is spirituality? Let's have a look at what it is. So when we talk about us, when we talk about oneself or the humans, what do we talk about? What do we look at? Any generation, how how they used to be there, how we are living right now, how the future will be, what what are the measurements that we look at, the improvement that we assess is mostly that we look at the quality, at the knowledge, um, these kind of the things that we try to measure, right? So when we talk about all this, generally how we measure it, like, right, the current way of measuring it is like, one way we can say is a science and math, like, that you can feel, you can see, you you can experience in physically most of the time. And Um, we talk about some length, width, the height, these kind of dimensions, which talks about numbers, which includes some mathematics. But is that what all? This is the question. This is it. Like we have answers for every single thing with can we explain every single thing with the math and science, or whatever the knowledge that we have right now. So then when we look at that way, it looks like we still have lots of unanswered questions. Maybe one of the biggest unanswered question right now, what is happening, is the current pandemic. That is the biggest question. So why this is happening? At the same, like why everybody is in trouble, why the whole world is in trouble. When you look at it in detail, is it really everybody in trouble? Do you see anybody enjoying it? I do see somebody enjoying it. I see lots of my parents, lots of kids, they are separate, they are busy running, they are staying home. At the same time, there are certain businesses completely closed, certain businesses, they're completely growing. They're actually budding right now. They're taking life now. Why? Why the same thing is a curse for something, and why it's a boon for something? At the same time, what are all the feelings? Why we feel the connectivity? Why something happens? What is the reason behind it? Why something you sense? You can't see that, but those things happen. Why is uh, all the inequalities in the social life, like that what we see? What is the birth and death? How all this creation happened? How do we answer all these questions? How can we control every single thing, and can we finish everything that we dream to, we want to? When we talk about the creation, so far the modern science and also you can say the modern spirituality, they say that when we talk about creation, that they look at creation in two ways, which is one, the general uh, science concept of the matter that we create with, that we can touch, feel, this kind of thing, that with the matter, that, like for example, somebody is making a building, that somebody is making an item, a laptop, something like that, the physical creation that man can create. And there is another creation that we don't know how we are being, why we are being created. But looking at the nature, having the brains, the most brainy being on the earth, maybe this is our responsibility to find questions for the creation, like why it, the unexplained creation that we can say, the consciousness. Maybe when we try to dig about it more, we'll find more. But in olden days, mostly men and humans, when they are not really developed like this, the science is not really that much developed. They have another science for themselves, like the spiritual science, one way, the science of meditation, science of networking with the minds, with the souls. We lost all those things. We lost the connectivity of the to ourselves. We are trying to connect ourselves to outside us, like we stop looking within ourselves. So that's why we now more believe in the name of the modern science, or the science that matter consciousness. We need to look, feel, but still, no, we do that, but still we lacking something. We miss the soul, we miss the happiness. Even whatever the happiness that we get is only limited. Why is that? After something, after achieving something, after making something, still we feel that unsatisfaction. What is that? What is the pain that for some time, I mean, sometimes when you help somebody without expecting anything, what is that happiness that gives makes you feel like, you're fulfilled, you're complete. No matter how much you achieve, how much successful one person is, why we don't really get any satisfaction? So all these questions we can find answers in the spirituality by following spirituality.
Ratna,
Yeah,
can you tilt your laptop little because it's your
you
face?
can't see me.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
sorry for the interruption.
Okay, can you now? Sorry.
No worries. Little more, please. Little more. It's going down.
Okay.
Yeah, better. Thank you.
So all these unanswered questions about the spirituality that makes us think the consciousness that is the superior matter than the actual science, that we think the spirituality must really superior. That's what the modern spirituality is proving. That's what the people are proving, that there is life beyond the human body. There is life after death. There are lots of people that are coming, proving proven examples are there. That is making everybody looking towards the spirituality. Maybe that we have looked at it wrongly so far. So when we think about spirituality, what is spirituality? It's one way, in very simple form. It's not really belong to one particular religion, one particular set of people, or one particular mindset. Everybody is spiritual in one way or the other way, whether they name it or not. The intuitions that you get to your mind, the somebody being nice towards something, someone, and without any expectations, without judging someone. It's kind of a concept, more like it's like a concept, like, the attitude towards some certain situation, towards people, the values and the practices, how we behave, we be, and I mean, how we motivate others, or in the how we influence others, or how we get influenced by, not just only by person, by looking at the nature, by looking at things, looking at situations, how we help, like that. No matter whether somebody believes in atheist, somebody is spiritual or not, somebody is atheist, no matter, any human being for that matter, even animals show their kindness. So in that way they are also spiritual. In one way, what we say is the spirituality is a holistic appreciation of the universe, in which everyone and everything is connected seamlessly with everyone and everything else. Like how we are connected with the rest of the world and with ourselves. This is all this attitude, the aspect. I mean, the spiritual, looking at the spirituality, by taking the help of spirituality, we get more quality to our life and more understanding to our life and the creation as such. So, how to practice the spirituality? Not like, the biggest Other than the behavior and all the stuff, like the biggest way of taking it more down is the meditation. This is the biggest practice from the ages of rishis till today. Everybody is practicing. Most of the people who realize even in between if somebody loses it, but now the modern science is even proving it more and giving us more better reasons why we should meditate. So what is meditation? Why should we meditate? Let's look at the what is meditation. It's we can say it's like a practice. Generally, ideally, like they say, as like sitting at one place and trying to focus on one thing. Maybe it can be many different ways, but ideally it is like either focusing on one thing, try to not have any thoughts on the brain, either consciously or unconsciously, like consciously focus on something or con- consciously don't get any thought. It's a kind of technique, you can say. It's a kind of practice, you can say. Or you also can say that just like the exercise, how we do it for the body, because we are supposed to move our body to be healthy. The same way, we don't have to give any effort to think in the brain, but we have to put a lot of effort to stop our thoughts in the brain. So that means the brain is working too much. That is what causing stress and causing illness. And all uh, the all this stress, to avoid all this, we have to practice meditation. This is, you can say, the opposite of the exercise, or maybe sitting quietness, calm down your brain, whatever you call it. That's what we try to do in the meditation. So in that way, we can also call the meditation as a science. The scientifically, that why we have to call this it is as a science, that now, because during the meditation we can't really see, measure, like the when you talk about content matter like the science. But nowadays the modern equipment are really proving about the meditation what our rishis and what our gurus saying is right. First, before going to the actually spiritual concept of the meditation, but let's look at the modern benefits, the scientifically proven benefits, some of them. It reduces stress, controls our anxiety, promotes our emotional health, like anger issues and all these things. Like here also, and almost of the modern countries, most of the schools for the kids to control their anger issues and these kind of things, to control their emotions, to control their stress levels. Schools are promoting uh, meditation a lot. It lengthens the attention span. Any kids like the ADHD, these kind of things, that the attention issues, they are making them practice the meditation skills. In practicing meditation, because less stress, it is improving the memory loss related to the age, and it is generating kindness in the people in the modern world, which we really need a lot. And especially it's helping people fight their addictions, um, improving the sleep, which helps the health. And there are certain examples, that certain proven things, that where they cannot really sedate the body or the body part, those times when they have to do certain surgeries, people, there were live examples that people were meditating during that, or chanting a mantra, something like that, keeping their focus on something, meditating on certain things. while surgery is happening. And these are lots of these kind of proven, scientifically proven benefits that we see, which makes people curious to, and think that meditation is a science by itself. When when we think of the science, uh, you know, usually what do we have in the science to prove something? There are certain formulas and these kind of things. So our guru, Patriji, gave us a formula about meditation. If anybody has ever come across, so very, very interesting. It tells the whole um, concept of meditation, what it can do spiritually or physically in one formula. Very curious to know. Very interesting. He says meditation is equal to Parvati, Saraswati, and Lakshmi. He says Parvati, Saraswati, Lakshmi. When you have those three, when you do meditation, you have those three. When you have those three, it's nothing else that you need to get. Let's see, what does he mean by Parvati? Parvati is the cosmic energy that the universe is flowing with, full of cosmic energy. That is what keeping us alive, even though it looks like the oxygen that we are inhaling. This is what is, physically we think of um, that is the life that is keeping the body, the heart. But behind all these things, that one particular energy that is making us alive. Still, we don't have a proof that we can scientifically prove, but the whoever is spiritual, they already know that the cosmic energy is the energy that is keeping the whole universe running. When you talk about Saraswati, we know Saraswati is nothing but study, but like it's not just a study. Study is, even the modern study is also study, but what is lacking in there? Applying the most of the times, applying the brain, our buddhi is missing. But with Mata Saraswati, this it's not just only the knowledge. I mean, it's a contentment of the study and the buddhi, which is together. It's a knowledge, it's a wisdom, which is the cause for most of the solving most of the problems. Like without knowledge, we all are in darkness. And with these two, with the energy, the cosmic energy and the knowledge, when we implement it together, when we use it together, which gives us Lakshmi. Lakshmi is nothing but Sampada. When you think of Sampada, it can be anything, everything that the health, wealth, not just only physical means. Or like when you talk about Lakshmi, they say Ashtasiddhi, like having relations, having people, having money, having wealth, the, the good nature around you, the good understanding, having good brains, everything, you name it, anything is Sampada. For which we are right now, a lot of people are struggling for that, right? For health, especially in this pandemic. And people are saying that meditation also helps them to especially many people are going panic with this pandemic. The meditation is the best way that they can keep up the people stable and balanced. So this is what our Patrishi says, like everybody please do remember, when you want to do your meditation, remember this formula, why we need to meditate. So we need to get Parvati, Saraswati, Lakshmi balanced in our life. So we all need to meditate. So now we let's look at the spiritual benefits in detail a little bit. While in Telugu, in our mother tongue language, there is a saying like intagalisi rachagelu, like that means win your own in your house, like be a winner, like, and then you go out win outside the world. In one way, the saying of it is you look into yourself, you win your own weaknesses, you win your own emotions, you get your own control. Then you can control the whole universe will be under your control. It will do according to whatever you say. This is this is the inner meaning, like with when one who can win. That is what all these gurus, all these siddhas, all the god, they win themselves. They try to clean, they 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 become flawless within by looking at themselves. That's how they achieve, they attain that state of the greatness. And practicing meditation, there are lots of especially in our practicing this anapanasati, and there are many people who got cancer and lots of whatnot, many different kinds of health issues, they got resolved. And there are people I have come across that they have postponed their death. The doctors gave only 1 month of time, but they after meditating, they miraculously improved their health. They postponed their death 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, like that. And one thing that I come across, and many people have told me that clearly they saw that it reduced their karma, what all the sins or the karma that we do with our the manasa vacha karmana, they say, right? Look, with all the three gunas that we do, all this karma can be reduced. Most, the why I'm saying can be is I know for sure it can be, it will be reduced, but the amount of practice that you need to do for it is the equation. So it can be vary from different person to person based on their karma. And it improves divine qualities, like or it takes off by looking at ourselves, like we don't try to keep up our negative qualities anymore. But when we look at ourselves, like by practicing meditation, they go by themselves. There won't be any more negativity. Slowly they leave, and we will be uh, replaced with all the positive divine qualities. Mm, Many people I have seen who practice meditation, they have opened, they got their third eye. When they say third eye, like you don't really see picture. Some people might be, but you don't have to really see that. I have one example in my life itself. One of my sister has some depression issues because of her broken family, but occasionally when her situations around her are not good, then she falls sick or get more depressed in one way. One morning I got a dream, like not even kind of dream, like I woke up, but then I got a feeling like I heard my mother's voice saying very sadly that, Ratna, I think my sister's name is Gayatri. Like, I think she's not feeling good. I don't get a nice feeling that I'm really worried, scared about her. Like, can you please take care of her? In a very low voice, my mother was telling me. Then I called Devi immediately. I got really worried. I called Devi in New Jersey. Like, she told me that don't worry, Ratna. Sometimes there are indications that it might happen, but don't worry. You don't have to think that they are going to come true. Sometimes when you are practicing meditation, they come in advance for you, like they inform you, they get informed to you from the universe that you have to pay attention there, you have to address there, so that you can prevent them. Then I told myself, I believed in that, I told myself the same thing, and then I started doing it. I was telling my sis, talking to my sister more intense, and talking to know her what is happening in her life, trying to motivate her. And one day, I mean, after 2 days later, my mother called me and said the exact same things. But eventually, I have avoided the situation by helping her. So, if you really believe in it and practice, these kind of things can happen. Not just only see things with the third eye, but you can avoid stuff too. So, and it improves relations. Also, it helps you practice detachment. It is obvious. Some things, some relations, anything can come the same way how they can come into our life, the same way they can go away when their time comes. And people who got attached to them too much, they can't handle that separation. But by practicing meditation, that you understand it very well, how you can detach yourself and when exactly, and let the others, set the others free. When we don't detach ourselves, it's not just only the problem to us, it's a problem to others too. And we get better understanding about the life, death, and the beyond the death. What is the life, how it exists. So for all those things, not just only by sitting in meditation, you have to question, observe around you, question yourself, question until you find answers. Don't ask, don't depend on somebody for answers, because everybody's answer can be different. Everybody's, how the medication for the same headache, everybody uh, cannot take the same exact medicine based on their situation. Sometimes they have to change the medication. The same way, maybe your question is the same like rest of the others, but your answer can be different based on your situation. Everything. Remember, but never stop questioning. That's what makes you keep going and learning more knowledge. And as Patriji says, like the pyramids are the best. I can say that these are the accessories that can improvise the, you know, uh, the effects of the meditation. The main thing, keep focus on only doing meditation, but the rest, they help you to enhance it. So sitting under the pyramids are doing meditation, and full moon, during the full moon meditation, group meditations, using crystals during the meditation, they all really enhance your experiences and the knowledge, the, the capacity, the energy that you gain. And being vegetarian makes you like the science, how they say, like some objects cannot conduct the electricity, I mean energy pass through them. Some, they are good conductors. The same way, it makes our body, not being vegetarian, makes our body hold more energy, grab more energy. And satsangas, practicing with the similar mindset people and talking to similar mindset people will make you go your growth faster. Swadhyaya, like you have to read more books to know more. uh, See, Patricia read mm, thousands of books. The same way, you also have to know, like one should read, keep reading every day. Even today, whenever I see Patri sir, there is a book in his hand. And share your experiences to different people, I mean to everybody around you. And practice love, gratitude, and forgiveness. These are the really good practices that can make you take a long way. Like, and the, the end, once you know all these things, not, don't wait till the end, like because there is no end for gaining knowledge. But once you start learning it, try to teach others. So that helps you, when you're teaching somebody, it makes you learn even more better and clear. So, so friends, it's around 4:46 right now. My dear masters, let's think all these things. Keep it in mind that meditation is the most of the um, meditation can answer your most of the unanswered questions. You get answers. You can find answers within yourself. There are certain days, you being uh, software developer, there are certain days when there is a bug from somebody, from the code, that I have to find out. I don't know how, but within a very limited amount of time, I used to sit for meditation. Then during the meditation or after the meditation, maybe during the sleep, I used to get a thought. Sometimes I used to see the line of the code that in the meditation, where I can go address exactly the same thing. So it settles all the waves that are in your brain. It gives you clarity about the issues that you are facing, that changes all your perspective. So with meditation, there won't I don't say it is just like in movies, that there's no miracle that happens, but you will find the miracle that is lying within you, that calms down your brain and gets your hidden inner qualities out, which will help you perform more. And with that calmness, see, one day you are very happy, you're going out, somebody is making fun of you, or somebody said some bad thing to you, or a bad face to you. You don't respond to them. You just sometimes smile and go away, or you don't even pay attention. But in a bad day, you're already in bad mood. Even somebody is not saying something also can cause you a trouble. It puts you into further more emotional dramas. So the same way, practicing meditation changes your perspective towards situation, towards the life, towards any issues. Everything changes. It turns your world more beautiful because you turn yourself into a beautiful person. So this is it, friends. Now let's do for brief 5 minutes. I'll take questions, and at the end, I'll do meditation. Which way is better? Let me. Okay. Wait for 1 minute. Wait a minute. Let me put the music. Let me share the music. Maybe we'll sit for meditation for 5 minutes, and then we'll do question and answers to that. Is the sound okay? Let me share it. Can you guys listen, hear the music?
No, not yet, Ratna.
Can you now?
Not yet.
I don't know what I'm making.
Or
Okay. Then let me guide without any music. Now let's all sit and comfortably.
you are sharing your screen, Ratna. You can close the screen. Yeah. If you want, I can put a light music on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can
I think instead of
close your screen share.
sharing music, I shared screen.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Is it audible?
Can you reduce the volume a little bit? Sit comfortably. Clasp your hands. Close your eyes. Take deep breath. Exhale all your thoughts, all your stress, all your negative emotions. Empty your brain. Take one more deep breath slowly. Into your body, clearing all the organs, lungs, heart, liver, every single organ in the body. Energized with that prana. Exhale out all the stress that is accumulated inside the body, around the stress, all the negativity, all that you're holding, all that you could not express so far. Just take off all the negativity going out of your body. Take one more deep breath slowly. Feel the prana going through your brain, all your body, to the tip of your toes. The moment prana goes in, there's no more space for any negativity. All that cannot stay is leaving your body, making you feel lighter. Just feeling empty. Now, tell yourself, I am grateful for the life I live. I have enough. I do enough. I am enough. I am grateful for those who teach me how to love myself. I am fine with who I am, what I am. I love myself. I choose the happiness of this moment over the pain of the past, over the stress, anxiety that causes thinking about my future. I choose the happiness of this moment. I inhale strength. I exhale fear. I inhale love from the universe. Exhale gratitude towards the universe. I am myself. I am full of love, love, life, and light. I am divine. I am the universe. I am the one in the universe, and the universe is within me. I am the love and the light. I am God. I love myself. Just thinking of it quietly for 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. 10 seconds. Five seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rub your hands. Keep them on your eyes for 5 seconds. Slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready.
So Ratna, can we take questions?
Yeah.
Friends, let us know if you have any questions. You can either raise your hands or you can update it in the chat. Anything is fine. So Ratna, before
More
anyone
questions.
asks questions, I'm thinking like how should one should meditate when someone is getting thoughts? Because I hear many of our friends saying that when we sit into meditation, we come across so many thoughts. So what should we do? Can you share a little of your inputs here?
Um, so for the beginners, first of all, I would say, many people think that I cannot sit for for long hours, or I cannot stop my thought process. I get a lot of thoughts and these kind of things. All you want to do, you need to start your meditation is willingness. First, question yourself sincerely: are you really ready to meditate? When you get an answer yes from you, just try to sit. Nobody, I mean, all of us, like I told you, I it took 30 years for me to get to know the anapanasati, but until then I could never stop my thought process when I was sitting for meditation. So you know you have to have patience when you want to achieve. I don't say it is you need 30 years, but first acceptance that you are ready, that then it make everything fall in place. So first you start sitting, no matter even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, practice the sitting. Then you start getting the taste of it. Once you start getting it, you will never stop it. The second thing, when you get a thought, try to make focus, observe what kind of thoughts you are getting. Is it fearful? What kind of thought is a negative? What is it? Try to acknowledge it, that there is a thought. Okay, I have a thought coming in. Okay, this is a thought. This is a fear. So then you notice that you are getting what kind of thoughts, like then slowly you can pay attention that I again get your focus on your breath. So first let it come, That means, when you put a stone in the water, you have to wait till it gets settled, right? So how wrongly we used our brain, uh, um, how fast we use it, how rapidly we use it. We need to give it time to settle. It will fall in place. All you have to remember one thing: you just have to be willing. I think someone.
Yeah, thanks, Ratna, for that answer. I see there are few questions here.
That's what
Um,
I'm looking.
Thanks, Ratna, for sharing your experiences, guided meditation, and affirmations during. It is good. I have few questions. The first question is good to know you got many experiences and masters in your meditation. For starters, can you give some advice on improving effectiveness or othering to meditation practice regularly?
Yeah, as I said, when you want to sit, you try to make time to sit. So don't worry about thoughts that you get. You try to take help of music, or sometimes some people get connected with the guidance. The guided meditations are really best suit for someone very quietness, someone with music. You know, uh, do that. And when you go out, try to take trips to the nature, especially when the weather is good. And when you look at the nature, try to observe. When you look at a tree, think of the qualities of the tree. Try to find the same thing in you. Or when you look at a water or a water flow, like that, think of something in the nature. Try to keep your focus on something. This really gives you, helps you when you come sit for meditation. It gives you really an enormous amount of um, happiness and the knowledge, and make you get uh, focused. So try these things, it will really help you. What is the second one?
Yeah, the second question is, is
Yeah,
it
is it possible for everyone to get similar experiences in meditation, like visiting other masters, receiving help on the issues that one are facing? Definitely. um, it's not just only my experience. My Even my kid has got that experience. Like, when she was meditating, she got her answers, like, that her prayers got really come true. All you have to do is just, you don't have to keep on thinking what you need to have during the meditation. Just give it a thought, and then first sit quietly for meditation. That that itself is enough. Just have faith. Don't have all the negative thoughts. As you know, where you what you where your focus is, what you're thinking, that is where your knowledge goes. I mean, the energy goes, sorry, that is where your energy goes. So where you want to keep your energy, that things that are supposed to happen in your life or not to happen in your life. So just keep your focus there and try to think positive. Just try sit for meditation. When you are ready, they'll all come in place. How differentiate how to differentiate between our dreams, imagination, and meditation. So the dreams, usually, like, you get a lot of dreams, but not every dream is the information that you are supposed to focus in. Even generally, that um, for the physical body, how the dream is common. Not every dream is spiritual, but you keep observing. Starting when you start doing meditation, try to practice the spirituality, then you definitely pay attention to your dreams. You observe them. Most of the times you don't remember, but some dreams that you feel that you met that person, you feel that touch. They are trying to inform you something. Just keep it in your mind, that keep thinking, you'll find the answers. Try to connect, you will know. Everybody's dream is different, everybody's imagination is different. sometimes you imagine something, okay, or intuition that you get, okay, I'm supposed to do this. Sometimes the same thing proves you that you made a mistake. The same thing proves you that you made the right thing. So sometimes you get wrong intuitions too. So based on how your thought process is, how your focus is, these things happen. So you have to observe yourself, your thoughts, your imaginations, your dreams. And when you sit in the meditation, usually the meditation, during the meditation, what you get the experiences most of the times, um, they they are the real, but you pay attention. Sometimes it's based on your thought process. It is trying to explain you and certain things about the way how your thought process is there. So it is mostly your observation. So if you can't find answers within yourself, then you can try taking help of others by explaining them what you got. So,
Thank you, Ratna. Hope it answers your questions, MS. Or let us know if you have any more questions. Coming to Chandana, she has a question as I understand, meditation is all about observing our breath. How some people get solutions for their problems if you practice meditation, when we have to avoid any thoughts.
so it's in one way, it's not like avoiding any thought. You try to stay still as much as possible. We don't try to put any effort on avoiding it, because that makes you more conscious, and makes you even disturbed. It cannot really let you focus. So that's the reason why you try to keep the focus on your breath. Like, you try to observe how naturally, normally the breathing process is happening to your body. It is it is the same. It, for example, if you want to look at your face in the water, and just now you drop the stone in there, how the waves come out, can you see yourself clear? When the water settles down, then you can really see your face. The same way, when the meditation is a way of, is a, like a the light that you're focusing within yourself to see, understand you better. So when you calm down your mind, when you settle your thoughts by observing your breath and focusing on only one thing as much as possible. It's not that, even today try to sit, sometimes I can't really sit. I mean, I still sit, but the mind is wandering everywhere, because that is the fastest thing that can travel anywhere. By sitting in this place, in the next moment I can be in any planet on the universe. So that fast the mind is. So practice that to calm down. Then things that you need to know will be clearly visible for you about yourself. So that's why the things come to you, your brain. What you need to know will be known when you settle down, settle your thoughts. Okay? I hope you got it.
Yeah, thank you, Ratna. Our next question is from Pradanya Chakka. So she's saying, okay, wonderful meditation session and knowledge sharing, Ratna. Thank you so much. Can you please explain how to come out from negative influences?
So, what do you mean by negative influences? Pragna? So, thanks, Pragna. Okay, what do you mean by negative influences? I don't, I mean, maybe I need a little bit of clarity, but whatever I can understand, I'll just try to answer if Prajna is not available to explain. Or maybe we have to, oh, I think we have to unmute. Is she there? Do we
But
have to?
I don't see. Yeah, but I don't. Let
I
me.
think I think she left, I guess.
Hi Ratna,
Oh, hi.
this is Devi, not Pragna.
I know.
Actually,
That's right.
yeah, and negative influences means the people talk in a negative way. Some situations happen surrounding around us, and sometimes, even though we are meditating, we influenced by them, by their talks and their thoughts. Right? How to protect us?
So if it is a beginner of meditation, that they try not to focus on whatever the other person is saying, but still sometimes the things disturb us. Um, one way we can think of, like, the first, whenever we go out, we can say, or when we have some negative feelings coming around, we can seek some help, like, trying thinking imaginary a pyramid, like purple color pyramid or something like that on top of our head. Imagine that, and try to keep, um, take the help of it, like, that you are not getting influenced, and so you are trying to focus on that. But the best thing is, first thing, you up you think of what the others said, whether you have really have whatever that they commented or they said something, you have it, or do you, is there anything that you need to change in you? When you think of that, there is nothing that you need to change. It is something, some negative feeling of there, like usually somebody is saying something bad to you is mostly they're jealous or their negative feeling that it is coming to, they are expressing to us. What they are looking in that, by passing that comment, what they are trying to achieve. So are you ready to give the satisfaction for them, that the main intention is to hurt you or make you feel sad? Are you ready to give them the same kind of satisfaction? Okay, whether you give them or not, that is a secondary thing. So what is it giving to you? Is what, do you really become what they think of? You really become what they think of when you pay attention to what they say, like, when you value their words, when you know that you are not the same what they think of, that you are still paying, giving more value to them, and being sad, that makes you really achieve there, and degrade your energy. It'll drain your energy. So we have to practice. This is very common to get into the flow of these kind of negative energies, but we have to pay attention to us, when we have to convince us that, don't get emotionally attached for whatever that they are saying, and try to, think of the best way. I try to think of my positive qualities when somebody hurt me, makes me feel bad. Or if I have a loved one that who can talk about me, the good qualities in me, I take support of them. It helps you a lot better, because we always have a tendency, we don't believe in ourselves. Like, when somebody says you are this, just like Hanuman, somebody says you are this, that the same kind of influence is that, right? Though you're not bad, somebody said something to you, something bad, you are getting under the influence of those words. The same way, seek the same help from somebody, loved ones.
Good to know that Pradhan Devi, she said like
Devi,
that. It makes sense for her. Yeah.
thank you, Devi. Many times when I answer the questions for anybody, it always makes me feel that I am telling myself than answering somebody. That's why please keep sharing your experiences, keep talking to the people, with the right people, not with the wrong people. don't go to a group of people who is having a party, drinking and all the stuff, and then let's sit for meditation. No, don't do that. But try to find the like-minded people to do some satsangas, share knowledge, and try to grab some knowledge by reading books and listening to. These days, the whole internet, you don't have enough time to listen to all the programs that the PSSM is doing globally. So take the help of those. Thank you so much, Lavanya. Thank you, PSSM Australia. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ratna. It was a wonderful session. Thank you so much.